Hi everybody, my name is Jo. Welcome and thank you for joining me back here on another vlog. This week I am 15 weeks pregnant, which is exciting. There's nothing again to see, like a little bit of bloat or something, or food, I don't really know. There is not much at all to see at the moment, but that's okay. That's pretty standard. I have been so to give you guys like a quick update, I've been really tired recently. It's been like really hard and I feel like I'm getting a little bit more of my energy back as opposed to how I was feeling, which is really good. I gotta go get my lint roller. I've still been reading a little bit in the mornings, but only for about 15 minutes, which is still a lot regular reading habit, but it's not as much as all of you guys on BookTube read. So sometimes it can be like when I see these big wrap-ups, I'm like, yeah, I don't read as much as the average booktuber, but I'm still reading and I still want to talk about things. Don't have a lot of energy, like I haven't put out a video in a little bit, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Like I still want to put them out and I still like have those emotions and feelings. We've had really intense weekends. Like we went to the zoo one of the weekends in November, and then after that we had people over, and then after that we had people over again. So this week I just said to Daniel, like this weekend I really, which is the one coming up, it is Thursday this morning, so I really don't want our friends to come over specifically. Like if our family do, that's okay because they only hang out for a little bit. But I kind of just want like a weekend at home because I've been recovering and cleaning from being away and cleaning from people being here and all that kind of stuff, and I just have not felt the energy to film, and then I haven't really felt that in the evenings either. Tempted to do them and not put on makeup because that's sort of like one of the biggest things that I feel like saps my, well, not saps my energy, but it's like a bit of a barrier because I can't just turn up and, well I could, but I kind of in my head think, well I can't just turn up in front of there with no makeup on. So in my vlogs I don't mind, but I've been a little bit down anyways on like my video quality and my backdrop anyways, so maybe I'm just kind of going through that at the moment. But I really want to continue and I really want to read, and I just am not having the energy to do that. I'm reading every morning and I just want to keep reading, and but I just struggle to read in the evenings. Whenever I have energy in the evenings, it always gets taken up with like housework that I haven't done and cooking and like food shopping, and then obviously like talking to Daniel and actually spending time with him and that kind of stuff, and then I go to sleep. So I read like, yes, Coop. I read like 3 pages last night at like 9:20 and then I went to bed. So that's been really tiring. Also, do you guys love my backdrop? It's our house that we're renovating at the moment. So the renovations have actually kicked off into high gear, and they should have been, the start of them should have been in my November vlog, but we are currently pulling down the fireplace because it's the like old, probably original fireplace. Just got cut off a little bit then by my alarm. And obviously it's really messy now because we're pulling it apart. And we've got to kind of get it done like fairly quickly now because there's some guy on Facebook who actually wants bricks to be used as like fill for something. But see how that mortar, which is like the white stuff spilling out, that's all hard and everything. That's not because we've been pulling it apart. But that is how messy the outside of it that like wasn't exposed looked like until we ripped the walls apart. And you could not just have that. So like to me that looks like such a slap job, and I don't know if that happens because mortar wears away eventually, but that's what we're doing at the moment. That's the back of our firebox. And yeah, so we're ripping out this fireplace so then we can rip out the walls. We'll have to put a beam in the wall to support it because I think this one on the left here is supporting, but it's all kind of happening at the moment. I don't really have room for my Christmas tree because it's the 2nd of December today. I was so tired last night that I bloody forgot to put up my Christmas tree. But the walls will be down, but things will be a little bit chaotic. So I don't know because like things have got to happen, and then obviously we need to put like plaster up the ceiling and then all here too. So it's just a bit, I don't know where the tree's going because even in like the normal part of the house there's not a lot of room where it would like sit neatly, but I'm sure you guys will see in probably the next clip of me setting it up. Here's little Coo. And anyways, we better go because I got to get ready for work. I'll also give you guys a quick update on our filled pet buttons because many of you probably haven't seen them. So there's a brand that sells these buttons. Have you heard of like Bunny the talking dog? But basically they're buttons that have sounds recorded and your dog learns to, like they have human words recorded and your dog learns to press them and like communicate with you and say like what it wants. So we've just started. We started in November. And I feel like an update that I can give today is that Cooper is maybe finally starting to actually notice that they exist. So I don't know if he hasn't pressed one except by accident, but he was really ignoring it, especially because a lot of it, so we're using the outside button first, but he doesn't often want to go outside. So it was maybe the wrong button to use, but they just say just start with one, hit it every time you go out. I'm trying to get him to look at it, and it feels he's starting to notice that it exists. Whether he's really connected it with this is the outside word, I don't know, but that's what we've been working on. Catch up with you guys next time. Hey guys, it's Saturday. Such a lovely vibe. I don't know how, but somehow, I don't know whether it's because like I'm actually getting dressed, because normally I'll just hang in my pajamas all day, or he's just hopeful. But this dog knows that we're going for a walk, aren't we? Yeah, we're walking. We go for a walk? Yeah, yeah. There he goes. And see, that's his cupboard there that has his lead in it. And he told me this morning, he went and sniffed the cupboard. I want to go for a walk. It may be because it's Saturday and I'm actually getting dressed. So I'm going to put on some lip balm, harness him up, and we're going to go for a walk, which is going to be lovely. Hey guys, I wanted to talk while I was having a bit of a walk. And I just want to say that Mr. Cooper, my puppy, is developing pretty well with his training and stuff, and it all obviously depends on us, me and Daniel, whether we are consistent enough with him. I'm just going to step over some mud. And at the moment, it's very important for me to try and teach him not to pull when we're walking, because I don't really need him to necessarily walk beside me. I'm happy to let him sniff because these are sensory excursions for him mainly, as well as exercise for me. But he can't pull, and he has a habit of doing that, so I'm trying to teach him not to do that, because when I am very pregnant further along, it's going to be difficult for me to take him if he's still as demanding. So we're doing that and we're getting better at that. So far I'm mainly just using, if he pulls too much, then I give him a sharp tug to remind him to come back a bit, and that seems to be working, or I use the word gentle. I was also so proud of him before because, sorry about the shaky camera, I just like doing like these updates like this, but I was so proud of him before because when we used to take him first for walks and when we first owned him, he would go nuts when he saw another dog. Like he would sound like a pig that is being slaughtered alive, because he just so badly wanted to go for walks all the time that he would be so excited when he saw another dog and when he was out, and it was really difficult because he was just so like, oh my god, I'm outside and there's another dog and I want to see it. But now he is just checking that there's no cars coming. Now he was so good today. Like there was another puppy that was really excitable. It was about 20 meters away, so not like super close, but he was so good. Like he was looking and he was all perked up, but I was like, come on Coop, let's go, good boy. And I did have to kind of continuously coach him through it, but he wasn't completely straining out of his harness to get away. Like I wasn't having to use all of my strength to hold him, barely any actually. And he didn't make any noises, he wasn't yelping, he wasn't whinging or anything or barking, so I'm so proud of him. Oh my gosh, my arm's a little bit sore. I just also wanted to talk about how I want to try and like walk outside more even when there's shitty weather. I saw this, one of the people that I follow on Instagram, Bee from Core and Flora Store, she's like really great for like pregnancy, birth, pelvic floor issues and stuff like that, so you guys should check her out if you need that kind of stuff. But she remembers hearing one time from this Irish person that there's no bad weather, there's just bad clothes. So I want to invest in some more like rain gear and warm stuff so that I can go outside, particularly when we have kids, and teach them that it's okay to go outside when it's shitty weather. Just make sure you rug up. Hey guys, it is Wednesday morning. I have a very precarious iPhone situation. I'm using my old tripod to do this, but it's not very good on sort of smoothie, slippery kind of surfaces like the kitchen bench. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update on things. The Christmas tree is not up. I'm also going to be making my lunch at the same time, so bear with me. I have just stumbled upon something which it's not that groundbreaking, but it feels like it, about training Cooper with the dog buttons. So I was feeling a bit frustrated, which is dumb because we haven't even had it for that long. And they say that it can take dogs, some dogs up to 3 weeks, even more to notice the buttons. So getting frustrated after it's only been probably like 2 weeks is really stupid. But I went back and reread the initial training and then some toast, and then I'm going to have a toasted chicken and cheese sandwich today, which will be yummy. I read back the manual of how we're supposed to be training him, especially like in the offset, and we've kind of been doing things like not terribly, but not like optimally. So things like, yeah, I'd be saying, are we going outside? Because outside is programmed to make that sound. You hit it and it has a recording of Daniel saying outside. Because the idea is that you eventually will have multiple buttons and your dog can communicate with you, not with joining words and stuff like that. That's really hard, but they'll at least be able to tell you when I want to go for a walk. I'm going to set up a water one because he's got like a, not that we don't water our dog, we have water outside for him that's always filled up, but there's a little water bowl inside that sometimes gets empty. And he can always ask to go outside, which he does when he's thirsty and it's not full, but we want to have one beside that. And we think he'll be really motivated by that because sometimes he's even barked at Daniel, gone to the water bowl and like looked at the water bowl. I better go because I'm losing track of time and I don't want to be late for work today.
Here's Angus meeting Cooper for the first time.
Apparently he don't care. You go on, good boy.
Not worried. First time I think that Angus has met another dog.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Yeah, isn't he? Who's that? Who's it, Angus? Hey? Pretty sure this is the first time you've met another dog, unless Dad ran into one the other day.
He's your nephew.
Yeah. Oh my god. Me and Steph were trying to work that out yesterday. We're like sisters.
But I don't know whether Cooper's my child or not because he was owned by Daniel's parents. So. This is my mum, by the way.
Hi. How you going, guys? I'm Lee.
But I guess if you're using the footage too, then you would be saying this is my daughter.
This is my daughter Joey. We both have YouTube channels.
And we're decorating the tree. Now, we're not normally in pyjamas, long pyjamas, this time of year in Australia. Can you hear that? It is so cold this time of year at the moment, not normally. And it has been raining for ages. And here's Mummy's cute little puppy, Angus.
Angus settled down now.
Oh, no, gentle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We don't want to stir him up again.
And then there's our Koopy boy.
We don't want to stir him up again.
Koopy.
Oh, that came up.
Yay.
Came up. Ah, look. Where's,
Aren't
you should
they
turn the lights out for a
beautiful?
minute. Oh, how beautiful. Look. Oh, that's gorgeous. Woohoo! Hey, look, it changes the different. Wow. Gorgeous. Look at that. Hey? Oh, yeah, Christmas is here. Beautiful.
Now I just need to wrap presents to put under here.
Oh, yeah, I'll help you do that. Except for I don't know what this little one will do.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those colours. I like that one. That one's very like that's still alright, but I really like the other two. Nice.
Which one?
The red, that one. Oh,
The
that
red
one.
and
Yeah, the red and the orange.
yellow.
Or yellow. But you know, that's just me. That's still pretty, but the other one's just I don't know, it's softer and more Christmassy or something. I don't know. Oh, that looks gorgeous.
That was a really cool shot because it was dark and the camera went blurry as the lights were coming on.
Oh, nice.
Hello. I can't see you. Are you sure you're in the right spot? Oh. Here you come. Can I do some?
Where's that PowerPoint?
About your hand and a bit. Well, go your hand to the side of the fire.
Must be behind that timber.
Yeah, it's in, you know, because everything is in the wood. We have no walls now. It is, man, I don't know if I filmed today, but it's Friday. Daniel is busy pulling the plaster out. His parents just came and helped. We've got no fire anymore. That was like an enclosed fire in there. That's gone. Hopefully someone's going to buy it tomorrow. And we've just been pulling things down. Well, me not helping so much, but I was sweeping before. Hey guys, I haven't brushed my hair yet, but I don't really care. It's Saturday morning and I'm having a bit of a like pregnancy clothes connection at the moment. So this is probably one of my only outfits that I have, or like clothing that I'm being dramatic. It's just that I need to do proper washing. I've been so tired. So that hasn't really been happening. And then also I have been doing those baby clothes I think I showed you guys. But basically, so I've got this oversized sweater that I got as part of like maternity stuff, but I didn't expect it to be bloody freezing for most of it. I thought that I would have more time or that it was gonna be sunny, and I didn't really realize like this is where, so there is like something here. This is the most that I'm showing, of course it is, because this is the most recent stuff I'm filming, but look, there is a little bump, but it's not like super pushing out. But because like this is the largest I've ever been, I don't really have clothes that suit that. And my plan was that I bought these dresses, it was going to be sunny. It's December now, I'm in Australia and it's freezing. It's like it's winter. It's insane. And my work pants that were size 12s and that were like loose on me are now like getting almost to the point that they're tight. So I just need to do some shopping and soon because this is growing. I don't know if I told you guys, but I got these are maternity leggings because they've got that bit there. Oh yeah, you probably just saw like my pile of horror, but anyways, again, life. I'm sure most of you understand. I got like these maternity leggings and a bunch of pants off the Facebook Marketplace because there was a lady selling them. He's Koopy. He's so cute. But I don't want to wear jeans all the time, which a lot of the things were jeans, and this is like one pair of leggings, so I kind of need to go get another pair. And my pajamas that I normally wear are not washed, and I feel like I want a couple more pairs of pajamas as well because that's often what I wear. And so I've got these two. My fleecy ones are a big size, but I need to get more of those because the other pajamas that I have are like my size 10s that are friggin' not going to be comfortable because I just tried to put my normal trackies on and uncomfortable even though they were easy to fit, but the waistband was too heavy where it was sitting, and like I kind of don't want, I want underwear that, and same as well, I need to buy bigger underwear, more underwear. I'm thinking that I'm not going to get a lot of actual maternity stuff except for pants, though I might just get like a bigger size trackies, but I think I really need to go to Big W and Kmart today and just do some shopping and get a bunch of oversized things. But I also need to attack the horror that is the clothes in my bedroom because my issue may be that a lot of things are not washed, so yay.
Who's that? Who's that? Get it. Get it.
Nice, there we go. Your shoes assisting. She's taking it out of the room. Probably scissors.
Hey, there you go.
Merry Christmas, Cooper. Hey everybody, it is, golly gosh, close to New Year's Eve. It's the Wednesday before, and I know I have done next to no December wrap up, December videos. Oh my gosh. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I was continuing to do the personal vlogs or not, but I think I will because more than anything, I enjoy the snapshot for myself. So I just wanted to record how I'm feeling tonight, which is pretty good actually, which is really good. I'm feeling like that in terms of mainly like home organizational kind of stuff. I am nowhere near where I want to be. There is still currently a mess over there, but I am doing things slowly as they kind of need to be done in this order that makes sense only to me. I don't know if I'm in my natural like rhythm where I've come back into needing to be organized and doing all the things, or whether it's if I'm entering my nesting phase. So I'm 19 weeks, which is just crazy to say. I'm going to be 20 weeks on the 1st of January, and time is running out, but then I'm only like halfway and it's taken so long to get to this point, so I'm just gonna use all this extra organizational stuff to get a kickstart. I did things this afternoon, like I went through I only have about 3 little photo albums, but they could be condensed into one slim one, which is going to take up a lot less space. And I also pulled out some photos to chuck them out because they were really not good. A lot of them are back in the time where you would actually take it on a camera and then have to develop the film, and so a lot of them were not good, and I don't know why. I wanted to keep some of them, so I've chucked a bunch of those out, and then I just need to go find a slimline A4 photo book instead of having all these little like short ones that take up so much space. And I washed another lot of baby clothes and hung them out on the clothes horse. I don't know if I've talked about this in a previous vlog, but we got given so much stuff off the one person, which like I'm really thankful, but it also is kind of annoying at the same time because I'm like, why? Maybe I'll change my tune when I'm gonna Google like how much of each clothing item does like a baby at each stage of its life need, but it just feels, even being like prepared, they're just so much. So much. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. I have filled like my entire hamper, which is like a really tall, like a normal size hamper, one of those cylindrical ones. I filled like that, plus like a stack on top. I've filled like another going away bag, and I still have another like 2, maybe 3 loads, and it's crazy. But I really needed to wash it all, which I'm kind of regretting that I did, but I think I needed to because the person that owned them before me must have had a cat, which is fine. I love animals, but I'm allergic. And after sorting through all the clothes, I was getting really sniffly, and I just don't want to have to deal with the hay fever and taking excess tablets and stuff, so I decided to wash it all before dealing with it because I want to sort through it and work out how many of X I have, and then I want to keep, things that I wanted to, and I wanted to see what I had. I didn't want to just throw out like a couple of bags without being sorted because that bag might have contained like all the singlets I need or something like that. So that's all just been a thing. And then I've also been working on our lawn at the moment, trying to do the stuff that I can still do. I can't mow the lawn because like I don't really want to put that stress on me. Like I'm not a very fit person. I like walk and stuff like that, but pushing like the lawnmower, and we've got like a bit of an uphill, it's not something that I want to do, especially now that I'm getting bigger. But spraying for weeds, obviously wearing all the correct safety stuff is what I've been doing. So I've been learning about different kinds of herbicides, like weed poison liquids that will kill a certain type of weed that's in our lawn, but not actually, which is like cat's paw or something like that. It's like the the yellow flower, very common. Working out ones that will kill that and other leaves, but not kill the grass. So that's been interesting, and I just sprayed a whole another bunch. I did our backyard because that was just infested with weeds, and it might even be to the point where like we just round up the whole thing and then lay new turf. I don't know if there's any grass that'd be salvaged, but we're not ready for that yet. So I'm kind of just identifying them as they're there and spraying them and then looking at the next amount. But I did the front lawn this afternoon because it really needed to be done for this particular yellow, the cat's paw or ear or whatever it is, to do that particular one because they were just everywhere and they're starting to overrun the front lawn. There's kind of 2 sections. There's one upper retaining wall and one down. The one down the retaining wall is really like lush, gorgeous, beautiful grass. Grows really quickly, but it's really lovely. But up from that is like pretty shitty grass, and it's starting to get infested with this cat's ear paw thing. So I really wanted to attack that now that I was paying attention. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. But I just feel so accomplished after getting all this stuff done, and like I had a shower, and the only thing I wish I had done was read, but I decided to do this update tonight instead of reading. So, pick your battles, I guess. And I'm just happy to have got that stuff done while feeling productive, and I guess we'll see how long I feel this way for, whether it is nesting or just my normal rhythm that I'm in. But I should do another update before December is out. before the year is out, and maybe I could even do like, I don't know, a year roundup video. I'm not really sure. Thanks guys, I'll see you in my next update. Hey everybody, I thought I'd check in one last time because I think I said I was going to, but also I like doing like an outro kind of thing for the end of this December vlog. We've got Kuvi up here. I've probably introduced you to him before, but this is Cooper, and he is half pug, quarter Jack Russell, quarter Cavalier, so he's a cute little bean. It is the 1st of December, but oh sorry, it is the 1st of January. Oh my gosh, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I didn't like obviously go too crazy last night. Being pregnant, no drinking whatsoever for me. We did actually end up going out, which was very interesting. Well, it was fun. I say interesting actually because normally we hang out with our like main group of friends, but some were going camping and some were in another state and one was sick, so we sort of didn't really have the usual group that was out. And we also normally host things at our house because a lot of our friends still live with their parents, but Daniel and I have sort of made a decision this year and just, you know, in general, to kind of not host as many things. Like we still will, but instead of being the default location, we want to see whether people will actually organise things elsewhere, which they probably will. It was just a bit of a bad coincidence that a lot of people already had plans at this point, so we didn't suggest anything. And like with the baby coming and all that kind of stuff, I kind of wanted to move away from the whole like our house is the default location, even though I don't really mind that a lot of the time because it means that I can go to bed whenever I want and I don't have to either leave Daniel somewhere, which that isn't so much of a problem. It's if he needs to be picked up and I like go home and get some sleep and then get woken up to pick him up. But it's good actually because we live in town, so a lot of the time he can walk home, which he did last night. So we had a really good time last night. We ended up going out to a pub for dinner, just like one of the local ones. Small country town, there's not really a lot of places to go out, though I still like the pub atmosphere as well. I'm quite comfortable there, maybe because I've always grown up in a small town. I've never really been clubbing or anything like that, but I do love dancing and band nights and DJs and stuff like that. Any kind of like dancing is a lot of fun for me. But we went out because one of our friends' younger sibling was dragging him out, his younger sister, and he was like, oh, you guys should come with me as well. So we went out, had some dinner, which was really nice, and then ended up meeting up with other friends who were not like in our core group but we know really well, and they were there with like their core group, so that was really fun. There was a DJ there and we're just listening to the music and like they were having a few drinks. I wasn't drinking anything alcoholic obviously, but it was just nice because I love going to things with music. I crash pretty easily. I don't often stay up late, but if the conversation's good or there's music playing and dancing or something, then it's fun. I didn't go in the mosh pit because I didn't really know a lot of the people that well to go in and dance with them, and then a little bit like there is COVID down here, not very many cases at all, and they should all be in isolation, but it's kind of a bit done and dusted considering that I was out there in like the area, and you think I would have picked it up anyways. But I don't know, I feel like a little bit better that I wasn't in the mosh pit. And then I was a bit worried as well, being so jam-packed, and like the fact that my bump's getting a bit bigger, and like I would have felt comfortable going in there with Daniel because he would have been in front of me kind of like protecting that area. But I'm just a little, you know, first baby, I don't really know. But it was really fun. And then they were going back to do drinks afterwards at someone's house, but I was pretty tired by then, so I just dropped a lot of them off. And it was really good actually because the girl's house, her boyfriend was absolutely gone. Like, we were like, oh, do you guys want a lift? And they're like, no, we'll just walk. And then we ended up talking to them as they were not even like halfway home, and he was passed out on the, well, not passed out, but he was just lying on the ground. So yeah, we ended up driving them there, which was really nice. And then I went to bed and slept at home, and then got woken up a little bit when Kubi woke up because Daniel and one of the friends that was staying in our house, they came home and were talking, and Cooper wanted to say hello. So but that was yeah, so that was really fun. And this is the end of 2021. It's crazy that it's now 2022. I've had a really good year, a lot of big things happening. Got married in March, which feels like it was like a whole year ago, but it wasn't. And pregnant, so I'm like exactly halfway today, being New Year's Day, which is so crazy. I don't really know what else to say, just that I probably will continue to do personal vlogs. If anybody is subscribed by this point, thank you. That's very kind of you and nice to meet you all. but I just like having, yeah, I love the time capsule. I don't often take a lot of pictures, but I really like doing vlogs. So I'm gonna go now because I'm getting hungry, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!